Hi friends, I am Vinod. Welcome to my YouTube channel Win Civil World. In this video, we are going to discuss about the difference between WPC boards and plywood. Plywood is available in different grades, that is MR resistant grade or interior grade. They are manufactured as per IS 303. They are only resist little bit moisture. Then comes the BWR or boiling water resistant ply. They are manufactured as per IS 303. They are exterior grade ply and can resist water and moisture, but they are not 100% waterproof. Then comes the BWP ply or boiling waterproof ply, that is called marine ply or 710 grade ply. They are 100% waterproof ply. But in the case of WPC boards, they are 100% waterproof and termite proof material, and they are available in low density, medium density and high density. Manufacturing process of plywood and WPC boards. Plywoods are manufactured by joining veneers that in a cross-layered pattern, whereas WPC boards a mixture of sawdust, wood fiber and waste oblique recycled plastic are mixed. In the case of plywood, the veneers are joined using urea or phenyl formaldehyde, whereas in WPC boards, resins, pigments and additives are added. Plywoods are pressed and heated to form the plywood boards, whereas WPC boards are extruded or molded to form WPC boards. Moisture resistant and termite resistant properties of plywood and WPC boards. In the case of plywood, the properties depends on the grade of plywood. The MR grade and BWR grade are not 100% moisture resistant, whereas BWP or marine ply is 100% waterproof and termite proof. In the case of WPC boards, all grades and all densities are 100% waterproof and termite proof. Because WPC is a mixture of sawdust and plastic. Let us have a comparison between marine ply and WPC boards. Marine ply is manufactured using tropical hardwood veneers and they are jointed with water resistant adhesives. They are further treated with preservatives and adhesives to enhance the water resistant and termite resistant properties. But in the case of WPC boards, they got the properties of wood and plastic. Special additives are used in the manufacturing mixture for water and termite resistant qualities. And marine ply and WPC are used for wet areas. They are 100% waterproof and termite resistant. Next is the fire resistant and heat resistant properties. In the case of plywood, plywood burns with flame. They are more susceptible to heat. But by adding some special additives, plywood can be made fire resistant. But in the case of WPC boards, they are polymer based material and do not catch fire. And they do not burn with flame. Fire and heat resistant properties of WPC boards are better than plywood. Next most important property is the screw holding capacity. In the case of plywood, due to its cross-layered arrangement of veneers, they got excellent screw holding capacity. The hinges do not come out easily, but in the case of WPC boards, the screw holding capacity depends on the density of the WPC boards. WPC boards should have a minimum density of 600 kg per cubic meter, and screw holding capacity of plywood is better than that of WPC boards. Next is durability. In the case of plywood, the durability and strength depends on the grade and application areas. In the case of WPC boards, the WPC boards are durable and long lasting and comes with a lifetime guarantee. Plywood has to be protected with laminates and veneers for extending its durability and aesthetic looks. Plywood is made by joining veneers, and chances of failure due to debonding of glue may happen in some grades. WPC is a homogeneous material and extruded or molded to form boards, and failure due to debonding and splitting may not happen. In the case of plywood, some grades even split in course of time. Workability and flexibility. In the case of plywood, most grades breaks on bending, but some superior grades can be bent in case of plywood. But planing, molding of edges and grooving is not possible in plywood. But in the case of WPC boards, they got the combined properties of plastic and wood. They can be planed, grooved and molded just like wood. They can be thermoformed or bent into any shape. The plywoods are not used in raw form. They have to be covered with laminates or veneers to match the color schemes. WPC boards can be used in raw form because the colors and textures are added in the manufacturing process or manufacturing stage. In the case of plywood, they can be painted with PU and texture paints. But plywood surface is perfect for laminate and veneer finishes because of its rough texture. But in the case of WPC boards, laminates and veneers can be fixed using double-sided adhesive tapes. Oil paints like PU paints and textures can also be done after treating with plastic primer. but the bonding properties are very low compared to plywood in case of WPC boards. Eco-friendly properties in the case of plywood, they are manufactured by felling of trees, and hence it is not an eco-friendly product, and plywood can cause deforestation. But in the case of WPC boards are made from wood waste and recycled or virgin plastic. Actually, they are consuming industrial waste, and they are eco-friendly product, and used plain WPC boards can even be recycled, and hence it is an eco-friendly product. Cost and economy, normally in the branded marine plywood cost little bit less than WPC boards. This is the cost comparison. You can say that the marine ply cost is comparatively same compared to this WPC boards. There are a lot of top brands. Just have a look at it. What are the brands? It's Greenply, Century, Kitply, Merino, National. There's a lot of private brands there. And WPC, these are the three major brands, that is Alstone, Ecoste, Florist, etc. But always purchase plywood and WPC boards from a approved manufacturer or branded manufacturer. Thank you.